Good morning. If you ever end up watching this, you are witnessing the beginning of a year-long solo journey to the Philippines. But this time, it's not for vacation or travel purposes. No, this time, it's for work because I'm gonna go work out of school there. This was announced in my chat a long time ago. I have 3 flights to do today and I won't arrive until tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Philippines time, which I believe is 4 or 5 a.m. Netherlands time, so almost a full 24 hours of travel, 19 in fact. I've decided to vlog this because you guys really like vlogs. I don't know what it is about these vlogs that you like. I don't know what's entertaining about them, but you really like vlogs. So hey, impromptu session of me vlogging and a flight. First flight will be from Schiphol, gate B23. Leg 1 is to Oslo. That is going to be a hour and 50-minute commute. Not the longest. Not the longest. I can deal with that. It's the one after that I'm scared of. Yeah, I'll let you guys know more once I head to the flight. Seat 29A. So for at least the first hour and 50 minutes, I'll be relatively comfortable. Wait, I gotta think about it. A is a window seat. Oh no, I won't be comfortable. It's only for an hour, 50 minutes. First of all, apologies for looking like an absolute wreck. I bawled my eyes out saying goodbye to my family and my girlfriend because yeah, I was kind of dreading this moment. Just to give you context, I'm going into this alone. It's just me deep into this all by myself. So yeah, I look a bit weird. Sorry, but since when did Mbappe have a sunglasses advert? Either way, he really looks like freaking mixed Robocop here. I don't know how to feel about it. It's kind of funny. Also, last time on the Japan vlog, last time I was here, I told y'all that this airport might be built on your dead great-grandparents. Well, I'll give you another interesting fact. Everything from gates D, E, F, G, H, where I was last time, is over there. I'm not there this time. I'm in section A, B, C. And what's the difference, you might ask? A, B, C is continental Schengen flights. So everything that stays within Europe or the Schengen zone goes via this section, A, B, C, which is up ahead. And everything international or outer continents is over there. So that's where we were last time. So those croissants I just showed you, you want to know for how much I got them? €9.50, the 2 of them, which is ridiculous. What is it with the Netherlands, or not even just the Netherlands, what is it with airports in particular that they love to overprice stuff and be like, money off of tourism, yes. I probably just answered my own question, but hey. Yeah, so goodbye, the Netherlands, the land of expensive stuff. I am going to go to boarding now. And I'm going to go to Norway, a place with even more expensive stuff. What is it with me and going to places with, like, more expensive stuff than here? It seems wrong. Why would I do that to myself? I pass the transfer desk now, and holy cow, there looks like there's something wrong there. Some Americans were saying, this is KLM not, and I couldn't hear the rest of it. Madam, you're not in Atlanta, Georgia. You're overseas. Get used to it. The people just do things the way around here. Maybe to an extent that I don't agree with either, but hey. So realized that boarding started a minute ago and I'm like 5 minutes away from the gate, so I gotta hustle. It's currently a global computer outage, and the PA announcer just said that means that all flights are either delayed or canceled, so I'll see what that means for my flight. Huh, it means my gate is not even open yet. Interesting. Well, that will be hopefully not as consequential for my next flight in Oslo. What? In case you can't read Dutch, red is bad. Red is bad. Fortunately, my flight doesn't have anything red on it yet. But it seems that the Munich flight is dealing with a catering delay, so they don't have food on board and there's still cleaning happening. So Lord knows what's going to go on. Great day to have a global computer outage. I hope I don't miss my transfer. Move me to B35. So I will have to take an extra long walk. It seems the Munich catering is having too much trouble. So to B35 we go! To give you an update of what I'm flying Scandinavian Airlines. I have no idea what to expect from this airline, whether they're good or bad. Of course I'm flying economy, I'm not a rich man. I mean, I could pay for business class, but I think I'd be broke tomorrow. But yeah, Scandinavian Airlines. I saw a small plane fly overhead yesterday. I don't assume I'll be taking that, but hopefully they've got decent service. The people from the flight that just landed have only come out of the plane now, and boarding should have been about 20 minutes ago, so we still got 10 minutes until we'd have to take off for scheduled time. I'm just hoping that we take off before the global strike reaches my plane computer and it goes frazzled and it sends us all the way to, I don't know, Siberia or something. I just want to get on that plane quickly, soon, please. Oh God, what does that mean for my bags? I hope my bags are going to be on board, because my bags, for sure, if there's a computer problem, could end up in Turkey. Go walk back, and the Munich people finally have their catering, so they are boarding. Now it's the question, when do I get to leave? We're boarding at last, finally. I get to leave. I get to leave. Hearing the PA talk in a Scandinavian language, and I wondered, who does Scandinavian belong to? Norway? Sweden? Denmark? What language are they speaking?
Many minutes later. "15 minutes later." One hour later.
Up on Norway in Lord knows how long. We only took off at like 11:45, 11:50. We've been going for, I'd say, like an hour. I need a board in 40 minutes, and I'm still in the air. We'll see what happens. However, I will say, despite the stress, I got jealous of Norwegians because their country looks really beautiful, and I hope the clips I took of it in this video do it justice. So, Scandinavia, unfortunately, they ask us to pay to get any food, much like TUI or Ryanair, etc. But they do offer a coffee or tea on the house. And with how much rushing I'm gonna have to do, I could use a relaxing tea. We're approaching now, by the way. I think we're over Norway. I love the hillside. It's a very nice change of nature compared to the Dutch flat agricultural area. Won't have much time to enjoy it, unfortunately. But I got tea. From an hour and 15 minutes of transit time that I had at first, we're now so late that I have to run because I have 15 minutes. It's their goddamn boarding already. I wish my Norway adventure was a little bit longer, but I have to run. I have to run real fast, so I might not even have time to get food. God dang it. And I'll have an hour flight. I am a long distance runner, which means the speed running to another location is in my veins. How big is this goddamn airport? Been running for 4 minutes. To curse all of border control for the enormously long line you see behind me. But fortunately for me, EU passport. I get to skip the line. It to the F gates for international departure with 7 whole minutes to spare. Shout out Norway. That was so incredibly streamlined. So good. So good. But I'm at F17 and I need to go to 33. 33 is at the end. Oh my days. Once again proving that long distance runners are athletically built different. I made it. And thank you, European passport line. Wait, airport is insane. They have these small kiosk shops where there's nobody working, but what you do is scan your card over there, then you walk and you take whatever, and then you just walk out. You pay before entering, and then you can just take whatever. That is really cool. To Oslo to Bangkok. This is the longest leg, 11 hours. I have got the next 11 hours in a middle seat. 42 feet. This is gonna suck, and I'm gonna have to try to sleep. This is also my first time with Thai Airways, and so far so good. Looks very nice. The service is very, very friendly at the entrance of the plane. Very professional. Not a lot of leg room. My suitcase doesn't really fit under the seat in front of me. I hope nobody comes to sit next to me, but the chances of that are practically zero. So yeah, this will be a night flight. I will have to try to sleep through this. We'll see if that's successful or not. By a sheer stroke of luck, the aisle seat next to me has no passengers, which means I hopped into it and taken advantage of a nice situation. So no middle seat for me, just an aisle seat. The good mood, however, was short-lived, as we would only take off an hour after our scheduled time due to slot issues? Yeah, so Thai Airlines had a takeoff time, and the Norwegian airport gave them a different slotted time for takeoff. So we sat there for another hour on the tarmac waiting to go. On top of that, the 11-hour flight is now 11 hours and 30 minutes to understandably avoid war zones. What consequences does this have, you might ask? Well, you'll find out in a bit. What's up, guys? We're about 3 hours into the flight. I've watched King Richard, Venus and Serena Williams documentary, and now I'm watching a documentary about Leicester City's 2015-16 season. We're over the Black Sea, and now the reason we're not doing 11 and a half hours, like, or 11 hours, but 11 and a half hours instead, like the flight attendants told us, is because ultimately, we're not flying over Russia. We're in fact flying over the Black Sea. We've gone south over Romania, now we're going over the Caucasus and down via the stands, I suppose. And then it'll be a one-way south. So yeah, taking a bit of a detour. It's currently 11 p.m. Thailand time, so I have to start contemplating at what point do I want to catch some sleep, at what point do I want to rest. And yeah, just try to adjust to that time. We'll see. I'll show you something. They've got our plane camera, but for now, I'm in the pee room. I need to take a pee. Before I go, I forgot to mention they've dimmed all the cabin lights, so we're already simulating as if it's nighttime. And for my body, it's 6 p.m. Now, granted, I've been up since 5:50 this morning to get to the airport, so we're into my 12th hour week. But I think that might be a cue for some sleep soon. It's now hour 6. We're over 5.5 hours into the flight. It is 1 a.m., 1:18 local time in Thailand. We are currently over Turkmenistan, of all places that I hit you back up here, and I am going to try to close my eyes for the next while. Yeah, it seems a bit inconvenient and uncomfortable in economy class, but I've got a nice pillow, I've got my headphones, I've got an in-flight pillow, and I've got a blanket, so I've got more than enough to give it a try. I'll see how much it succeeds. I'll find you guys back when I wake up or when I decide to give up on sleeping. And I'll tell you guys about the funky adventure that will have to happen. Because I might not make my next flight.
2 hours later.
Fellas, for 90% of you guys, it's good night because you're all in Europe. For me, from this moment forward, it is 6:13 and pretty soon 7:13 in the morning. I tried sleeping, and judging by how I look, I think you can understand that that went just about as well as you think it would. So yeah, I gave up and started watching John Wick instead, which is a fun movie. Highly recommend. Got breakfast. We're about an hour-ish out from Bangkok. We're currently flying over Myanmar. Speaking of funky countries to fly over, we like flew over the tiny northern strip of Afghanistan, so I can technically say I've been over Taliban land. I don't know if that's a flex, but you know, it doesn't happen every day. So anyway, so basically we land there at 7:18, and my next flight is at 7:25. So long story short, I'm gonna miss that flight. And I talked to the flight attendants about this, and they said, don't worry about it. You are one of 18 people who have a connection to Manila. So what's going to happen is we're either going to put you on a trolley and wheel you over to fast track and get you on the plane as soon as possible, or we'll rebook your ticket for the 2 p.m. flight, which means I'd have to wait at the Bangkok airport for a layover for 7 hours, which is not fun. But if we get a 7-hour layover, I'll find something to do. I swear, fellas, there's something with me and flying east. There's something wrong there. There's a wrong combination. Whenever I'm ever on a plane that's flying east, and therefore against the natural stream of time, I just can't sleep. My body isn't made for this, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. So here's where this starts to get a little bit interesting. On the plane, about 15 minutes before we landed, the flight attendants told people, if you're on a connecting flight that's leaving immediately, please be the first ones to leave the plane, and can all passengers remain seated. So they got us onto these buses and wheeled us away as fast as they could once we were on it, and got us to the next departures terminal immediately. Alright, so further twist to the tale, I've had to rush through Thailand customs, or Bangkok airport customs, because my plane is on final call. I don't even know if my bags will be on that plane. And I thought, okay, I've made it through. They've rushed me through as best as possible. I'm gonna make it, but guess what's next? My flight is the last gate on the right after leaving the shuttle. Are you kidding me? How difficult must this be? Forget though, despite 0 hours of sleep and good 24 hours of stress, I'm still fast as freak, boy.
1 eternity later.
So I've got good news and bad news. The good news is they ended up getting me on the flight, so I don't have to wait. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, so the good news is I'm on the plane. The bad news is, one, I accidentally shattered my phone front camera, so I can't really film the rest of the journey like this, because it was in my pocket, and then I leaned a bit too hard on the seat ring, like the seat support thing, and then I hear it, and so yeah, there's a bit of a little star here on the front camera. The other bad news is, without all my bags, I only have my carry-on bag. All 4 of my other bags, they told me they don't have enough time because of the delays, so all 4 of my bags will be on the next flight, which isn't 6 hours, which I'm thinking, hey, you might as well have kept me for that one, because now I don't have any changeable clothes or any of my belongings to put in the apartment. So I'll have to tell the people that to pick me up, and I'll have to go to the Thai Airlines thing to make a report. Honestly, guys, I enjoy flying, but I've never wished for a flight to be over faster than this one. At least I don't have to travel for a while again. Other news, the transition went so fast, so I forgot to tell you about my seat. I'm in seat 46D, so I'm not even near a window, so I can't even film anything scenic, unfortunately.
Hey fellas, at least I'm getting a second breakfast. I think it's a Ew. That's not bad. I will accept it.
Much, much, much later.
Finally. Good grief. Get me off this goddamn plane. Okay, fellas, real-time reaction. How hot is this going to be? Not gonna lie, fellas, it feels so hot here, it's like I'm back in Africa, honestly. Like, the humidity feels the exact same as stepping off in, like, Nigeria or in Kenya. Well, fellas, I've made it, and I suppose that's the end of the vlog. I couldn't catch one on camera, but my first impression of the Philippines is encapsulated by this beautiful little taxi bus thing that I saw. It looks like a very old-fashioned bus, but it's really funnily colored, so I just want to share that up here. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed the adventure. I hope you enjoyed watching me suffer. As it stands now, I still don't have my suitcases, and I will have to wait for those for about the next 6 hours-ish or so. At least, yeah. That's what's gonna happen. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon in chat or in the YouTube comments or whatever. Take care. Bye-bye!